Okay, everybody. So in this section, we are going to talk through how we log a request for support into the system and move it through the work tray ready for allocation to a caseworker. So to do this, you first of all need to add a contact record. You click on event and you will have a drop down option. All the way down the bottom, you'll see contact record. If you click on that, it will open up the form. So your name will already be in the entered by because the system will populate to you because you're logged in. Now, to create the date and time, simply double click in the red box and it will populate today's date. In the concerning box below, we are going to search for the person that we are adding the form to. So if you click on the magnifying glass, ensure that you are on people in the left-hand column and now search for one of the people named on the referral form. If you had more than one option, you could click on the system reference number to check that you are in the right record. But as we've only got one option and we know that in previous sessions we've added this person, so we know that the name is right. You might have a date of birth in the panel if you've got, if the person is in the system with a date of birth, and you can also just quickly check the address by looking at the address bar. Click anywhere in that panel and Andy now appears down the bottom. If you were adding to more than one person, again, you can search. You can also add to family groups. So when you've got everybody there, click done. And now you can see Andy is in there. We move then down the form. So we go to presenting issue and you will select from the drop down list the presenting issue as outlined on the request for support form. In most cases, you will be selecting send for the child due to the nature of your work, but there might be another reason. So always check the drop down for other options. Contactee refers to the referrer, the person that is asking for support for this family. So you would add the name of the referrer as indicated on the request for support. And in agency, you can choose from the drop-down list again. And the method of contact is defaulted to referral. So, but as you can see, there are a couple of fields in this panel that have asterisks beside them. This means they are mandatory fields. You cannot complete the form if you do not complete those details. You don't have to do all of these boxes, but what you might want to do is at least put a contact detail in for the referrer, so either their telephone number or an email address. I wouldn't worry too much about the other details, but populate what you can. And like I said, preferably a contact number in case you want quick reference to contact the referrer. So we move down and we have consent. So is the child or young person aware of this referral? That would be a yes or a no. And are the parents aware? Yes or no. The last field that we need to fill in is the outcome from this referral. So you would click on the arrow, it will give you the drop-down options. To enable this to move through the system for allocation, you will always select Tier 2 assigned for allocation. If this was a referral that was being made and it was not appropriate, but you wanted to log it in the system so that it would show that at some point this family has been referred, or if indeed they decline services at the point of information gathering, you can select those, but they will not move through the system to allocation in anybody's work trays. So to move through the system, collect Tier 2, assign for allocation. When you have done that, if you go back to the top of the form and click Save, that form has now been saved. So once you have created your contact record, go to your desktop, click on Work Tray, And right at the bottom in the last blue panel, you will see contact records. Click on contact records. Click in the box that says created by me. You will see the ones that have not yet been completed. So click on the blue bar and you will find a list of the ones that you have not yet completed. For this, we are working on Andy Pandy's contact record, so we click in there. Now, as you can see at the top, underneath the first blue panel, it says Add Screening Record. You need to click on that and then select SCT, School and Communities Team, and that will open up your triage form. The other triage form you can see belongs to the Early Child and Family Service. That is not the form that you need, so always look for forms, anything in the system that is prefixed by SCT. Click Next. And if you click in, you will see who it's concerning. So if you had missed anybody, again, you have the opportunity to add other family members in there. However, for this, we're happy that we are attaching this to Andy. So if you click in Assign to Me in Team, you'll find your team in there, the team that you belong to. For the purpose of this system, we're logged in as a super admin person. So if we click super admin, it populates to me because we are logged in as me. So the rest of that would log as yourselves. Now we're going to select the district or locality team that we are sending this contact record ready for allocation to. No, I beg your pardon, we're selecting the centre that I'm attached to, which is the Early Years Achievement Service. This will come up with options only for your own teams. So if you select that one, Jen, and click Accept, that form has now been added and it will open up ready for you to complete. So you will work through each of the panels where there is a blue bar at the top, adding all of the details that you have. So in the person identifiers first box, you would be adding any unique identifiers that we know. So that would include any UPRNs, any liquid logic numbers, etc. So you can only add what you have. So add what you know and then click Save. Then move on to the next panel, which is pre-populated from the contact record in terms of who the referrer was. So we have those details in. You can add any additional information if you did need to, or if you've since gathered some further information, add those in there and click Save. And then you move through the next panel. And when you click on any of these, you can add the scores that have been given on the request for support form, where they have been completed, where they haven't, you can just leave them blank and now click Save. And so on and so forth. Work your way through the form, adding any information that you have at this stage. If you see an option within the panels like this, where you need to add a row, you can add the row and you can free text into there. If you're happy with that, again, you click Save. Move on to the next panel. Add rows as you need to. Click Save again. You simply work your way through the form, adding all of the information that you need to add. Anything that you don't have at this stage, You simply can't add, so you just move on. When we're happy with that, and you've added everything that you needed to add, you go back to the top of your panel, you're up to the top toolbar and click on Actions. And now you want to complete the form. So click Complete. It will ask you if you're sure. Click OK. That has now been saved. So now we're back to this view where we have the contact record. Now that we've done the triage form, you can see that it's been added at the top, and now we're finished in terms of adding the referral details. So click on Actions again, Complete again, sure, yes, click again. And now you will see this blue bar has appeared. This is how you're going to send this to a work tray for allocation. So click on Allocate. Click the team that you want to send this to. Remember, the teams for school and community teams are prefixed by SCT. If you choose the other districts, this will be sent to ECFS. Do not want to do that. Please make sure you use the prefixed district areas. And now you can click Accept. And that has now completed and gone through to the district team. Okay, everybody. So once you've sent that to allocation to a team, to allocate to a caseworker, you need to click on Desktop and choose Manager's Desktop from the list. And here you will see all of the cases awaiting allocation. My view might be slightly different to yours, but I think that when you log into this, you will see all of the ECFS allocations as well. Remember that for this team, you are looking for the districts prefixed by SCT. So we know that we sent the contact record and triage form through to the North team for school and communities. So we're going to select SCT North Norfolk, and it will show which families are awaiting allocation. We're going to click in the box next to that family. And now it's going to ask you which caseworker you want to send this to. So you search, you can look down the list, but if you've got lots of caseworkers, you might not want to do that within the team. So you can start to search for a name where it says caseworker in my teams. Search for the person that you are wanting to allocate to. You can just start their name, click search, and it will bring up a list of options. In this case, we're going to allocate to Samantha Locke. So we click in anywhere in the panel where Samantha's name is displayed. And then the allocate option comes through. Click on allocate. It was just asking you to check that that's what you want to do. So click accept. Just checking again because it's saying that there's a slight difference in maybe job roles or titles. So it's just asking you just to double check. But if you are happy, click OK. And now it is saying that Andy Pandy has been allocated to Samantha Locke. Click OK. And now you can see that allocation has disappeared from North Norfolk's list. From this point, it will now show in the caseworkers list of cases.